God wants to write through us songs that are going to change our culture. Being spontaneous prophetically is not simply making something up on the spot. It's what we call being prepared, having practice, having the word, having song inside of you, so that you can actually minister out of confidence what appears to be a spontaneous thing. Now, I've been writing songs since I was a teenager. My first prophetic song, I was scared to death. The pastor turned to me and said, "Hey, play me a river." And I was like, I'm ready to cry a river, but play a river? How in the world does that work? So I simply closed my eyes in fear, but faith in my leader, and I just released that song playing on the piano. When I opened my eyes, the pastor was just in tears. She said, "That's exactly what I was hearing." And I learned from that I could prophesy according to the faith of my leader. And so I want to be able to transfer that faith, that confidence to you, to play prophetically, to sing prophetically, and to write prophetically, and to express the gifts that God has put inside of you. I believe that talent is a gift from God and that He expects a return on that investment. And I believe that it's a seed. And a lot of times that seed lays dormant until the season it's time to ripen. God is raising up a new type of prophetic worship leader, and one is not just going to release prophetic songs, but songs are going to take us to a new dimension. They're going to set us up for the next reformation of worship. From David's time on, when David prophesied, he wrote in his songs about the coming Messiah. He wrote about what would happen and prophesied where we were going to go as a kingdom, as a body. And part of what God is doing in this next great reformation is to change our starting point from the tabernacle of David to the tabernacle of God. So first of all, it was Moses, then it was David's, now it's God's tabernacle. So movement writers, they are catching not just the message that God is speaking through prophets and apostles, but they are believing that message. Frustration, a lot of times, is drawing us to the answer. But when you're frustrated with the expression of your gift, or do you feel like you're not expressing it the way you should, that's one of the signs that God is placing a demand on that gift He's given you. And I believe that if you're feeling that stirring and that sensing, God has placed a gap between your longing and your fulfillment, and that's the point you are in. And God is drawing you into this middle so He can bring together the longing and the fulfillment so you can move forward and your role in this next great worship movement. This new movement, by the way, is not just limited to church music. I'm encouraging people outside the church music, the seven mountains, in the genres, in the secular realm. So if you have a calling that's even not a praise and worship leader, but you believe in the kingdom sound, you believe in God has given you gifts to change nations, to change culture, to change situations, then I'd encourage you, this is something for you. We're going to have activations that show you how to practice the gift of prophetic playing, how to practice the gift of prophetic singing, and writing prophetic songs. So let me encourage you to go to movementwriters.com and register for this course.